Hello, my name is Jordan Krizik, and here's my EDL 856 case study. Establish the facts. What is happening? So there's a new PTA organization that is being established. The PTA wants to be included in discipline, teacher performance, curriculum, and total school evaluation. They would also like to collect data from students, parents, and teachers. They would also like to have the teachers give presentations over the subjects, so 1 to 2 presentations per night till they completed all the subjects, with the teachers just talking about their curriculum, the teachers' teaching style, and philosophies. The old PTA, they would really only organize the parent-staff picnic, parent-teacher conferences, and bond developments. So this new PTA really wants to be involved in running the entire school, or the entirety of the school. When and where. This happened on a Thursday, meeting with the PTA members at the school. Principal, PTA members, and then possibly the teachers if the school allows the PTA to come in and help them. Is there legal or ethical issues? I do believe that there is a legal issue with the FERPA, Family Education Rights and Privacy Act. These members are demanding to access records, students' records, and charting them. This is in direct violation of FERPA. They can only access their own children's and no one else's. Also, teacher contracts, with them having to go above and beyond, you're just adding more pressure. You'd be adding more days with the teacher observations and all these presentations that they'd have to give to the committee. So just more added stress. Legal issues or ethical issues. They really came in aggressive with overstepping boundaries. With the teacher observations, I believe that is the principal's job or the superintendent's job, and then also with the curriculum, having and saying that, again, superintendent, school board, principals, that's their call to make for these students. And there's also no collaboration with the principal. They really just want to come in as a group and overtake the school. And that's not ethical. The principal isn't coming into their job and telling them that how they think that their job should be ran. Synthesizing the information. The new PTA members are requesting equal partnership with how the school is operated and seeking involvement in decision and policy-making policies of the school, which concerns the principal because he would be held accountable if anything went wrong. So, synthesize the facts. So people, again, the principal, the PTA members, potentially the teachers, and also the students would be involved as well. The place is at the school. They didn't give us demographics, if it's a rural or urban area program. So this would directly affect the curriculum, really all the grade levels, if the involvement of the PTA came into the school and they wanted to do what they were asking or requesting to do. Review and prioritize the information. So would this be damaging to stakeholders or community? I believe yes. This could damage relationships between the principal/school and the parents and the parent organizations. I don't believe that this would be healthy for either party. It sounds just like a dictatorship. It could possibly lead to businesses no longer wanting to be involved with the school. If this happens or doesn't happen, there might be a head of the PTA organization that one business doesn't really get along with, so they might take their business elsewhere or donate to a different school. I'm not for sure. This could possibly split a community. With instances like this between the school and a group. Individuals or groups who have important stake in outcome, the principal, the PTA members, this is a huge importance in theirs and in their jobs and how they do things. So this is very important for them. All stakeholders been consulted? No. I don't believe the superintendent or the Board of Education school board has been consulted on this at all. Do you believe that you could make a decision? At the moment, I do believe I could, yes, on what I can and cannot do. So for the options, we have option 1. So what you could do as the principal, you could just lay down, give the PTA members everything that they are asking. I mean, granted, you could be breaking the law with giving them the individuals with the student records. You could facilitate their interests and the records. You could be viewed as a figurehead. So anything that they would want, you would speak up, and they'd be able to get it through you. Option 2, say no. You could shut it down. You could shut the meeting down right then and there. Wouldn't be viewed as someone that he really wants to collaborate with the parent-teacher organization. Do not listen to what the PTA has to say. You could say, you've gone to school, you've had the experience, you are able to make a professional decision, and you don't believe that this is right, and then just end the meeting and walk out. Option 3, consult with a superintendent and school board, seek advice, ask them what they would do, how they would respond or correlate with the PTA. You could also ask them about policies pertaining to the situation or guidelines. Ask them if they've done this in the past, or if there's any way that we could probably tighten up the rules a little bit, just so the PTA isn't just running wild. You could also talk about surveys, talk about the parents and the teachers, ask about if there's any issues or concerns that they possibly have with the school, or something that the school leadership could potentially fix. Option 4, collaborate with the PTA. Collaboratively engage and cultivate relationships with them. Little help me help you get what you want, and we can also help support student development. This would also benefit the school improvement and student development. You could also get input and surveys, again, from teachers and parents, asking them, what issues, concerns, just like option 3 that they might have, so we could potentially fix those. So evaluate the options. Option 1, some pros. With that, if you let them do whatever they want to do at the PTA, they would love you. They would probably see you as someone that can get stuff done for them. The PTA members would definitely involve you in the meetings, because they definitely want you to be there and to have any input, or not really input, but ask them. They would ask you if you'd be able to do that. Some cons: supervisors, so like your superintendent, school board members, they would have questions about your leadership. They would also the outside presence running the school. You really want to have your leaders leading the school in the school. You don't want an outside presence dictating what you can and cannot do. So option 2 for the pros, I didn't really see any pros in that option, but for the cons, the PTA could try and get you terminated, or they could dig up dirt if you just close that meeting on them. Just don't listen, don't hear them out, don't listen to them at all. They really wouldn't be very happy. So try to get you terminated, dig up dirt, whatever dirt that they could possibly find to put it up against you. It shows your supervisors you do not want to collaborate with other individuals or organizations. Really not a team player. Not listening to concerns or issues from the PTA. It sounds like you understand how the school is working, but you're not really listening to anyone. You don't take feedback or criticism very well at all. So option 3, some of the pros involve you would be involving more stakeholders with the superintendent and the board members. You'd be reviewing policies, or you could set policies that dictate how much say a organization has in the school. You could also review surveys of the parents and the teachers, see if there's any areas that you could possibly fix. Some cons: potential lack of parent involvement. If this happens, they could probably say that the principal isn't really listening to them, that he's just going up to his supervisors to ask them what they would do. Also, for option 4, some of the pros, it's kind of a help me. We want to collaborate with the individuals, with the organization, to get the very best treatment for the kids, for the parents, for the community as well. You'd also, again, more stakeholders involved. You could also review surveys of the parents and the teachers, just like option 3 again, see if there's any concerns or issues. Some cons: PTA might take offense to you trying to help. I mean, they might have set in stone their beliefs and values, and for someone to come in and try to collaborate with them, they might not really like that. But I do believe that option 4 would be the best option: collaborate with the PTA. Allow the PTA members to view you as someone who wants to collaborate with them to support school improvements. You really gotta invoke to them that we are working together. I mean, some of the students are their students, so they want what's best for their students, and we need to try to work together to get that done. You would also get the superintendent and school board involved, ask for their advice, set policies, guidelines for the parent-teacher organization. Also get surveys from the staff and parents for any concerns or issues that they might have. Anything little, see if we can't get those fixed immediately. If there's anything big, see if there's any steps that we can take for that. Implementing your decision. So choose your path. At that moment, I would, in the current meeting, go ahead and go and speak with the superintendent and school board about what has happened. Tell them about what the PTA is trying to do, what they want to do. Ask them if we can view policies or create policies and guidelines for parent organizations, just so they're not overstepping their boundaries. Again, I mean, we are professionals in this, in our job, so education is our specialty. So we do believe that we are very capable of doing our jobs. So we do not want, I mean, we want input, but they can't just be coming in and like a dictatorship. So then I would get up and set a meeting with the PTA and cultivate relationships and collaborate with members about issues and concerns. Again, help me help you. Let's talk about some of the issues that you may have, so we can make the proper steps to fixing them. Start parent and teacher surveys, get those out there, get the feedback, get the criticism, listen to those and see if we can't fix those problems. Advocate the importance of engaging in this together for student and school improvements. You really want to work together. You don't want to have an organization running around saying that they're doing this, because it really doesn't fall on their shoulders. I mean, if something would go wrong, they would look at the principal, they'd look at me for what is happening. They wouldn't really take it upon themselves, because they're not actually in the school. They're not in the school every day. They don't get to see the kids every day. They don't know how they act. Know what different curriculum really works with the students. Implementing your decision. Think about what may happen. If they want to fight it, relay the information to the superintendent and school board. Have them agreed that this is the necessary collaboration that needs to be taken. Go back to this PTA organization, say we've talked with supervisors and this is agree what needs to be happened, so we need to work in this manner, not you coming in very aggressive and telling us what we need to be doing. I hope that they realize how they came across and want to stop and collaborate. I mean, they need to realize that, again, we're not coming into their jobs and telling them how they need to operate. So we need collaboration, we need feedback, we need criticism, we need all that to collaborate together for the betterment of the students and the schools. Who needs to know? The PTA members, superintendent, school board, and also the teachers need to be abreast of what is happening and what we are trying to do as a group to, again, support the student development. Implementing your decisions. Warn, don't threaten. Speak about the bigger battle and of not collaborating. Collaboration is very easy. It's a give and take. More work for the teachers. Let them focus on teaching. They already have a hard enough job with teaching as it is. Let them focus on the kids and the curriculum. If it doesn't happen, this could actually potentially split a school and the community. which would lead to poor student performances. For Plan B, go to school board about the importance of the involvement of the PTA organization. Go back to the PTA and relay information that if you don't work with us, you will not be able to work in the school. So that is all.